Hi guys, didn't see you there. It's Josh Lloyd, pregame show. That was incredibly lame and cringe. As the kids would say, we're here for a pregame show. I am going to have some coffee though. Good start to the day. We're off. Pregame show, week 3 in the NBA, Monday. We're going to do DFS. We're going to do Draftkings, Fanduel, Yahoo, Draft Stars today. We're going to go through news. We're going to go through lineups. We're going to answer your questions. I'm probably going to hang shit on somebody. That's just the way we go on these streams. We're a little bit looser in these streams than we are in the more structured show. I have done a buy low, sell high show earlier today. Go check that out. Tell me how stupid I am. Always appreciate those comments. So go and check those out. But let's, we might as well just flick it straight into the lineups because we do have some news out already in terms of lineups and confirmation of lineups. So here it is. Let's have a look where things sit. Confirmation, the Cavs are starting Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. Confirmation that the Wizards are starting Spencer Dinwiddie, Bradley Beal, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, and Daniel Gafford. Gafford is back. He'll probably be a little bit limited with minutes while Montrezl Harrell's on the bench. And the Celtics. They are starting Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Rob Williams. Williams and Smart are back. Dennis Schroeder goes to the bench. And there's your lineup. Looks like we've got some news that just happened. Wowee. Tobias Harris, the thick hogsman, is out. What happened there?
I think I am a TH?
T to the H!
Yeah, TH for life.
All right, so Harris has been health and safety protocoled. All right. Furkan Korkmaz is starting in his place. Joel Embiid is out with his knee. And Andre Drummond is starting. Whew, shit. All right. Interesting. So that'll get updated in a second to see that Kuzma is in that position. Ja Morant, you'll notice, has a questionable tag. He's dealing with elbow soreness. Karis LeVert is playing, so that's good news, but Malcolm Brogdon is out. What other news do we have that's gone down? This feels like being a million things happen. Oh, yeah. Scotty Barnes is out with a thumb issue. He had an MRI. We don't have the results back yet for that. So we hope that it's nothing too serious, but Nick Nurse said it doesn't seem awfully bad, which is, I don't know, it's not particularly reassuring. Not awfully bad means it's somewhat bad. I don't know. It's not particularly encouraging to me. What other news do we have? Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton are all out again on Tuesday. Bam Adebayo is questionable for Tuesday. Karis LeVert playing, but with limited minutes again. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff going on here. I'm going to have to redo my DFS lineups because I did have Tobias Harris in them. So, well, let's redo them. I reckon we'll do that, and we can just do it as I talk. That'd be great. Interesting stuff. How's everyone going? Maybe we'll answer some questions first before we get into DFS stuff as I wait for some stuff to settle. Gary Harris is out, yes. Garby, he is also out. That is other news that has gone through. Manuel Carrera. What are my thoughts on Gabriel Deck?
I could barely recognize my own dick.
I don't know. I'm not really sure he's a long-term NBA player personally. Aaron says, "G'day Josh, I love the grey locked on chef's hat to the left." It's actually not a chef's hat. It's a beanie. But it's just shaped weirdly because I've got, like, spoiler alert, there's toilet paper underneath it to try and keep it steady and upright on the show. See, all the secrets come out on the live streams. Is Boucher a play today? Yeah, it has to be. As much as we laugh, it has to be. FQD1911. I saw word that Kate is not playing in back-to-backs. Where did you see that word? He might not play back-to-backs initially. There is zero chance that he doesn't play back-to-backs all season. It's no way. It's just not going to happen. Maybe, okay. I don't think it's going to happen. And any word that says that sounds like bullshit to me. All right, let's go in and check what else we got going on. Oh, I can see my site has died as we're doing this. I'm just going to bring up the daily lineups page again. Just so much stuff going on over here. I guess it's just with all the news or something crashed. I don't know what it was exactly. So no Tobias Harris, no Joel Embiid. That's some really, really interesting things. Delano Banton's going to get a boost in Toronto as well, so we're very interested to see what goes down there. Let's do some DraftKings stuff. I think that's what I'm on at the moment. Yeah, I'm looking at DraftKings at the moment as we speak. It's a really weird DFS day today. Really weird. All right, so on DraftKings, I like Drummond, of course. Everyone's going to use Drummond, even though he's going to be chalk. I think you got to use him. Korkmaz is going to be 3,500. You got to like him. Delano Banton, minimum salary. There's a chance that Banton starts in place of Barnes, so watch for him. That's another good one at minimum. I like Miles Turner. I like Jared Vanderbilt, TJ McConnell, Terrence Mann, Wendell Carter, Shake Milton, Kenrich Williams with Lou Dort out in OKC, Eric Bledsoe, George Niang, Josh Giddey, Chris Boucher, Luke Kennard, The Rock DJ, Rob Williams, Duarte, Jaren Jackson, Clint Capella. And a lineup on DraftKings, I've got Banton and McConnell, high-powered point guard combo, Furkan and Jason Tatum, Boucher and Julius Randle, Andre Drummond, and Karl Anthony Towns. Remember, I'm adjusting some of these on the fly here because I just found out that Toby Harris news. And the Sixers are starting Maxey, Curry, Green, Korkmaz, and Drummond, which, again, we'll see updated. Yep, it is updated over on the site there. All right. Where is the Tobias Harris news? It is literally right here on this show. People love saying, what's your source? The source is I'm telling you. I'm telling you this news. GZ, in American, GZ. Do you have to take an L when your team only has 46 games and you're going against 51 games? No, absolutely not. This is where the strength of punting comes in as well. It also enables you to have that really big buffer in a lot of categories that if you are 5 games down, you still can compete. Like 5 games, like if you were 10 games down, say you're in real trouble. 5 games, it is easy. You can still compete very easily. Is Noel back or not? Noel is currently listed as questionable at this point. Yeah, we still don't have an update on him. Some more confirmations. The Hornets will go Ball, Rozier, Hayward, Bridges, Plumlee. The Spurs are going Murray, White, Walker, Johnson, and Pirtle. The Pacers, McConnell, Levert, Duarte, Sabonis, and Turner. So they're all confirmed there. We don't have the Blazers confirmed, but that'll be as it is. And that means all of those other early ones are done. Spurs, Pacers, Hornets, Sixers, Cavs. We're just waiting on the Blazers, but the Blazers will be fine. There's nothing to really worry about with that one. So let's look on Fanduel. I'm going to rebuild that lineup because I did have Tobias Harris in it. We've got to start with Drummond and Korkmaz. I know everyone's going to have them, but it just gives you so much flexibility. And there is a lot. If you do want to go a different direction on Fanduel and not Drummond, there's so many centers. Turner, Capella, Bumba, all look pretty solid to me. I like Terrence Mann. I like Luke Kennard. I like TJ McConnell. I like Delano Banton, who's listed as a power forward. Beware of that. The Raptors' backup point guard is listed as a power forward on Fanduel. Duarte, Wendell Carter, Chris Boucher, Darius Garland, Tyrese Maxey. A lot of usage going to Maxey. Tons of it. OG Anunoby, the Jedi.
But what about scarves?
OG.
Balenciaga
Stop,
ones.
OG. You better stop, OG.
I like him. Just waiting for my screen to respond. To build this lineup out. Things are just a little slow, which is not perfect. How is everyone in here? Andrea Rouge. I literally just did a show on buy lows. Literally, it went up about an hour ago, so you can go check my thoughts there. Literally 1 hour ago. Do I like over on Randle 9.5 rebounds? That's a good question. I can answer that for you if you just give me a second and I'll go and have a look. Everything is just going real slow here. I don't know if my internet's died. I don't even know if you're still seeing the stream, to be honest. Because everything is just dying. Are you guys still seeing me? Alright, let's look. Julius Randle. Say 9.5 boards. I like the over barely. It's not enough for me to say yes, it's a good option. All right, so back to FanDuel. I'm just building out a lineup here. All right, this is what I'm going to go with. Just once my screen sets up for me. There's a lot of cheap value with these injuries today as well. So I'm going to go with... Oh, no, I don't like that at all. Ooh, let's change that. Sorry, my lineup just did not work at all in that build. So let's try again. We are going to do Yahoo and Draft Stars as well today, for those of you asking. Is T Young? Hanzo, you know there is another T Young, right? I mean, that's Trey Young. Is Thad Young, who I assume you mean, a pickup after the last game? I wouldn't be rushing to grab Thad Young personally. Kevin Porter or Reggie Jackson in a 10-team league? I'll take Kevin Porter. Could I take a look at Prize Picks? What, in terms of the over-unders? I can, but I know they do sponsor this show. I don't actually know how easy it is for me to... Maybe it's something I can do. I will talk to Prize Picks about this. Maybe it's something I can do in a show during the week and they can sponsor stuff. Let me get back to you on that. I'll have a chat to Prize Picks and see what we can do. Sorry, we're still going with FanDuel here. I am going to put up a lineup for it. I'm going to show you my lineup. I'm going to tell you my lineup. There, that's the words I'm looking for. I'm just a bit all over the place trying to figure stuff out at the moment. As the screen dies again, we are having some technical difficulties at Basketball Monster at the moment. So that is clearly not ideal. Hopefully we're back in business. All right, while I'm getting this back up, let's do questions. Josh, are you going to make a TikTok? I do have a TikTok account. I don't know if I'm going to make some. Maybe. You should follow Josh Giddey. He makes funny TikToks. Maybe. Thank you, Michael Fontnell. No Cade in back-to-backs for short-term. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Like, it's not going to be a season-long thing, but as they ease him back in, he will sit some back-to-backs as he literally is just coming back from an ankle injury. He will not miss back-to-backs all season. When do I think Ibaka will come back? I don't actually even care when he comes back, to be perfectly honest. I don't think he's a 12-team league option. I think he might be another week away. Do we gamble and play Ingram for the week with 3 games? Whew. Good question, Steve Tran. If he misses one, you're done, right? You're done with that. Because there's only 2 games. I'd be inclined not to. Yeah, I'd be inclined not to there. All right, now with Basketball Monsters finally back up. All right, here is a lineup for FanDuel. Trae Young, Derek White, OG Anunoby, Furkan Korkmaz, Jason Tatum, Chris Duarte, Domantas Sabonis, Delano Banton. By the way, Banton a power forward and OG as a shooting guard is ridiculous. And then Andre Drummond. There's your FanDuel. And now let's flick it to Yahoo. Blazers lineup confirmed. Lillard, McCollum, Powell, Covington, Nurkic. Woj has just tweeted, Sixers are expected to know more in the next 12 to 24 hours on a timetable for Tobias Harris. Hopefully it's not too long. If he's vaccinated, maybe it might be just a couple of days. We don't know if he's positive for COVID or not. All right, so now let's rebuild a Yahoo team. I really like Karl Anthony Towns if we're going to be spending up. I like Paul George as well to spend up on Yahoo. There's some interesting high-price guys there. I love Korkmaz, Drummond. I like Shake at $10 as well. And I like Favors, Jaden McDaniels, Banton, Hunter, Franz Wagner, Terrence Mann, Cam Reddish, Wendell Carter. My lineup on Yahoo is Milton and McConnell, Korkmaz and Anunoby, George and Mobley, Drummond and Towns. And now, let's finish off the DFS stuff with Draft Stars. I didn't have Tobias Harris in that lineup. All right, so this is what my lineup is on Draft Stars. Well, this is the guys that I like. Korkmaz, Drummond, Vanderbilt, Kennard, Mann, Banton, McConnell, Miles Turner, Maxey, Schroeder, Boucher, Miles, Bridges, Rock DJ, Rob Williams, Jalen Suggs, Duarte, Capella, Dinwiddie. And my lineup is Schroeder, Trey Young, Korkmaz, Kennard, George, Miles Bridges, Randall, Vanderbilt, and Drummond. That is a Draft Stars lineup for me today. Finally, Patrick Beverley's now a game time decision today as well. What happened to him? Left calf injury. All right. So we're waiting on Noel, Morant, Beverley, and Gabrielle Deck.
I could barely recognize my own dick.
I don't get to play that sound very often, but I'm going to do it as much as possible. All right, guys. How are we all? Kuzma for Isaiah Stewart. Who won this deal? Whoever got Isaiah Stewart. Harry Nelson. That feels like a lie. I got Ja Morant for Marcus Smart. It feels like a lie. GZ. Another GZ. What's with all the GZs today? Should I pick up Carmelo Anthony, Lowry, or Grayson Allen? I'll take Kyle Lowry there. Easily. What are the odds the Blazers are sellers by the deadline if Dame doesn't get better? I would say low. I just don't think they're going to be sellers, even if they are struggling. I just don't think they will be. Bruce Wayne, Batman, says, is streaming Milton and Seth Curry a good decision? Absolutely. What's a replacement for TH? Korkmaz is going to be starting for him, as you can see on the screen. So we've got that Blazers lineup is confirmed now. Now, the only other real questions I think we've got here is who replaces Barnes? Is it Boucher or Banton for the Raptors? No mystery on the Knicks or the Hawks. The Bulls should be the same. The Clippers should be the same. Kenrich Williams, will he replace Lou Dort? Or will they put Pokusevski in there? That's a question. Will the Wolves go with McDaniels and Vanderbilt again? The Nuggets will be the same, and the Grizzlies will be the same. But if Morant is out, it'll be Tyus Jones that I would imagine who steps into that role. I would imagine. What do you guys think of the Von Miller trade? My son was like, oh my God, the Rams, they're going in. They're the Super Bowl favorites, and they got Von Miller. What does everyone think about that? Max, I've got a Watfo for tomorrow, but Watfo over 60 games for Shea this year. Over. 80%. But I'm not putting that in the official one. The Rams are OP. That's what I've heard. Herbod. Why is Mitch Rob Covington, and PJ Washington underwhelming so far? How do I answer that? Mitchell Robinson's not blocking shots, much like last year. Robert Covington's usage is well down. Shots aren't going in. That'll change. And PJ Washington just in a much smaller role, I guess. Is that the sort of answer we want? Who's playing tonight? Giants Chief. Imagine the Giants win. Whew. Was LaMelo and Barton for Beal a good trade? Maybe. Probably. But it's not a given that Beal ends up a better player than LaMelo this season. It's not a given. It's probably likely. It's not a given, though. All right, this is important to note, JH. Mobley and Bumba for CJ McCollum, winner and loser. Please, for the love of God, not you, JH, but definitely you, JH, and everyone else, get it out of your head about winners and losers. That's not how fantasy trades work unless you're in a points league. And even then, it's very hard not to. In a category league, it's not how it works. Trading 2 shot-blocking big men for a 3-point shooting guard might be a gigantic win for both teams. It might be a gigantic loss for both teams. It really depends how it fits with the rest of your players. Fantasy trades are not, I won, you lost. It's not how it works at all. So if you get that mindset out of your head, you'll be a lot more successful in playing fantasy and in executing trades. No shame to you, JH, but it's a very common thing. Should I pick up Lowry? No P's? Absolutely. Should I trade Embiid for Harden? Little Uzi Vert, I think that diamond in your head is causing brain rot. Of course you should, yes. Oh, sorry, that diamond got ripped out, didn't it? Drop Boucher for Washington. I've got no interest in holding Chris Boucher outside of today with Barnes out. Who do I like on Fanduel? I did a whole section on that. Ozzyul. I'll just quickly give you my lineup again on Fanduel. Trey Young, Derek White, Anunoby, Korkmaz, Tatum, Duarte, Sabonis, Banton, and Drummond. What about streaming Thad Young in a points league? I reckon you might have a better option, but I don't hate it with McDermott out. Bumba and Poole for Lonzo and Şengün. Hit 10-team, 9-cat, punting, turnovers, and field goal percentage. My question is why, Brady? That's the question I have for you. I probably like the Lonzo side a little bit more, but you're losing a lot of blocks. So it just depends on how your team looks. GZ, can I even trade Poole or Sexton or Gafford? I don't know. Can you? That's up to you and your league mates. Adam Sapali, will Nerlens coming back affect Randle's good start? No, I don't think it has anything to do. Nerlens and Randle have nothing to do with each other. I don't think there's any crossover problem whatsoever. It just doesn't impact Julius whatsoever. Bet for today, Tim. I don't do them on these days. Do them 3 days a week, which is for Sunday games, Tuesday games, Thursday games. Just got to tell Yahoo to get me to do it more. Louis Tyler. Sell high on Jim Butler, or will this be consistent? I think there's a bit of a sell high there, but in essence, I would probably just write it out. He won't drop. He'll drop, but maybe not a huge amount. And I don't think you're going to be able to extract enough value to justify a sell high. Will Drummond have a massive jump with Embiid out? Will not make a big difference. It'll make a gigantic difference. He'll go from playing 16 minutes to playing 30 minutes. He'll probably double, if not more, his production. Hey Josh, how sure are you that Fox is actually art? Hurt? Very sure. Like 90% sure. 95% sure. This is not a secret. Like the Kings people have been talking about this the whole time. He hurt his shoulder in the first game. He saw it on the court. David Cayenne, is Jamal Murray more likely to be back this season or Kawhi? They'll both be back probably in April, would be my guess. I would not bother with stashing them at all. I would not bother. It just wastes your time. It wastes an ad. It wastes an injured reserve slot. Brian Kurakoba, is Tia Claire Toomey the best Australian athlete ever? I'm going to be honest with you. I've got no idea who that is. So I'm just going to look him up. Australian weightlifter. Don't know. Is she? You tell me. I've literally never heard of her. But I've also never heard of a single weightlifter in the entire world, so I couldn't tell you. It's Elo, 9-cat, Cam Reddish or Cole Anthony. It's Cole Anthony by the length of Serge Ibaka's dick. It is a gigantic gap there for me. What are the chances Kyrie plays this season? I think he plays. I don't know when, but I do think he plays. Adam Sapali, with the bubble opening, you heading anywhere? No, I can't because I'm working. So, next year, hopefully back to Vegas for Summer League and hopefully to Europe. But it won't be until after the NBA season. So, I can't go anywhere because I work 7 days a week. All right, more news. Nerlens Noel is out. Svi Mihailuk is starting in place of Scotty Barnes. He's an interesting stream for points and threes. There's still value in Boucher. There's still value in Banton as well. They'll all get extra minutes. What else have we got? All right, so that's the confirmation on that. Good. Svi Mihailuk. Didn't really think of them doing that. Svi was not impressive last season to me at all. But here he is. Starting at Madison Square Garden. When do I think Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez are going to be back? It looks like end of the week. Also, shout out to Mike Budenholzer. Chris Middleton, is he COVID? Nah, definitely not COVID. Chris Middleton today, out, health and safety protocols. Thanks, bud. William Clan. I'm not going to put these Watfos in, but what's the chances the Gafford averages over 20 minutes here? I would say yes, barely. Barely. 21, 22. Would I keep Clay in my IR in a 9-cat 10-team league? No, I wouldn't. Because you're going to have other injured players. When's Clay back? 2 more months? And then limited? And then sitting back-to-backs? It's in a 10-team league? No way. Not interested. Just waste so much time. Does Precious have any upside? I feel like it's all downside for him now, to be honest. With Siakam returning, his minutes are coming down. I'm not really sure there's much upside for him. Eric D, it's Margaret Court, who the greatest Australian athlete ever. It probably is. Maybe it's Rod Laver. What happened to last season's intro-outro music? The intro music is exactly the same. The outro music has changed, which is my son made a new song, and I'm supporting him in making songs, so I'm putting them on. That's it. Horford for Clint, 10-team 9-cat worth of trade. Yeah, I think Capella will end up better than Horford this year. Desmond Bain for Fox. Yeah, sell high for buy low. I'll take Fox there. Ripper Bloke, 1, 2, 3. Would you trade Jaren Jackson for Jarrett Allen in the ESPN Points League? You didn't ask me, I suppose. You asked the chat. I don't know what those guys have been doing in ESPN Points Leagues. I don't pay a massive amount of attention to ESPN Points Leagues because we know how much ESPN sucks for fantasy. They just don't pay enough attention to it at all. And that's fine. They don't pay attention to it, so we don't pay attention to them. I think that Jaren probably can be better than Jarrett. All right, let's go through these last few questions before we're out of here. Is my son a child prodigy? No, he's 15. No, he's not. He's 14, sorry. He's very good at what he does, but he's 14. What's your realistic outlook on Fox's ceiling in points league? Will he crack the top 40? I think he's 50th now, like 55th. So, yeah, pretty confident he can crack the top 40. Let me just have a quick look to make sure I'm not completely talking out of my ass. De'Aaron Fox is 59th in points leagues. Yeah, I reckon he can crack the top 40. Cold Beer says, Kennard or Korkmaz tonight? That's a tough one. I'd probably take Korkmaz just. Tim Pang, best sneaker of all time. I don't know what the answer to this is. My first ever sneaker that I got when I was a kid was an Air Jordan 6 Maroon, as you guys would say. The OG one from like 91 or whatever it was, 1990. That was my first ever one. So I've been always, and I missed out when they retroed them as well, and now they're so expensive, but I want to get some of those back too. Am I punting on the Melbourne Cup today? I am not. Actually, no. I'm not putting any bets on the Melbourne Cup today. Let's do one more question before we're out of here. All right. Brody Code, is Reggie Jackson a drop for a stream spot in a 10-team 9-cat league? Yeah, no problem. Brody, I would drop Reggie Jackson in that scenario. No problem at all. I'll sneak this one in. Last question. Where did you get the Oshawa Generals t-shirt? I got it off AliExpress. There you go. All right, guys. That's it. That'll do it for us today. Thank you for joining me here on the Pregame Show. Hit a like. Leave a comment. I'll be back with a what to watch for and a full recap of Monday's shows later on today. We'll see you later.